2020 Hall of Fame ballot is in for who won and who didn't. For the Baseball Hall of Fame, Derek Jeter and Larry Walker were the only two elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame this year. Derek Jeter came within one vote of being a unanimous pick for the Hall of Fame, while Larry Walker also earned baseball's highest honor on Tuesday. The longtime New York Yankees captain appeared on 396 of 397 ballots cast by the Baseball Writers Association of America, falling just shy of the standard set when longtime Yankees teammate Mariano Rivera became the first unanimous selection last year. Jeter's 99.7% moved above Ken Griffey Jr.'s 99.3% for the second highest. Jeter said he was speechless when he got the call. Quite frankly, I was pretty nervous, and when I got it, I didn't really know what to say. It was not immediately known for which voter didn't choose Jeter, who was listed on all 219 ballots made public before the announcement. The Baseball Writers Athletic Association will release additional ballots on February 4th of writers who chose a public listing. I don't like to jinx anything, Jeter said, so no one assumes that they're going to go into the Hall of Fame. Larry Walker appeared on 304 ballots, 6 above the 75% needed, up from 54.6 last year. He was making his 10th and final appearance in the Baseball Writers Athletic Association ballot and tweeted earlier in the day, "I believe I'm going to come up a little bit short today." People that fell short, pitcher Curt Schilling was third with 278 votes, 70% in his eighth ballot appearance, an increase from 61%, but still 20 votes shy. The steroid-tainted pair of Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds both fell short, Clemens with 61% and Barry Bonds with 60%. Both showed slight increases. Bonds rose from 59.1% last year and Clemens from 59.5%. Jeter and Walker will be inducted into the Hall on July 26 at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, along with catcher Ted Simmons and former Players Association head Marvin Miller, who were voted in last month by the Hall's Modern Era Committee. A five-time World Series champion, Jeter became a face of baseball as he starred in the nation's largest media market and playing his whole 20-year career at the Yankees. He was American League Rookie of the Year in '96 as the Yankees won the first World Series for the first time in '78. And then he would lead New York to 3 straight titles from '98 to 2000. The only time a team did a three-peat other than the Oakland Athletics, who did it from '72 to '74. And then he won his fifth and final title in 2009. Jeter defined himself by moments more than numbers. His unexpected backhand flip from the foul territory to throw Oakland's Jeremy Jamby in the 2001 American League Division Series. His Mr. November home run in the 7th inning that won Game 4 of the 2001 World Series. His face first leap into the stands after catching a 12th inning pop-up by Boston's Trot Nixon in 2004. A home run into the left field bleachers for his 3,000th career hit as part of a career best 5-for-5 game in 2011. A 9th inning walk-off single in his first home game in 2014. A single in his last at-bat 3 days later that lifted his career average to .310. Jeter was drafted at 6th overall in 1992 after he was spotted by Yankee scout Dick Grouch as a high school junior a year earlier. Jeter was bypassed by Houston Phil Nevin, Cleveland Paul Shuey, Montreal B. John Wallace, Baltimore Jeffrey Hammonds, and Cincinnati Ched Malata. He debuted for the Yankees on May 29, 1995, and he was installed as a shortstop the following spring training by new manager Joe Torre. Jeter went on to become a 14-time All-Star and 5-time Gold Glove winner, despite defensive metrics that were maligned. He was appointed captain by owner George Steinbrenner in 2003, filling a position that had been open since Don Mattingly's retirement after the '95 season. He finished with 3,465 career hits, 260 homers, 358 stolen bases, and 1,311 RBIs, earning $266 million in his career with the Yankees. He was the 9th player elected to the Hall of Fame. Elected to the Hall after playing exclusively for the Yankees, and the other players who played the whole career of the Yankees that got in were Lou Gehrig in 1939, Bill Dickey in 1954, Joe DiMaggio 55, Earl Combs in 1970, Whitey Ford and Mickey Mantle in 74, and then Phil Rizzuto in 1994 and Mariano Rivera last year. Jeter used some of his savings to join the group purchasing the Miami Marlins in September of 2017, becoming CEO. Jettisoning veterans and going with low price to youth in a way the Yankees never did, Jeter endured a pair of last-place finishes and the lowest home attendance in the major leagues. Now the next player, Larry Walker. Larry Walker hit 313, had a .313 batting average at 383 homers, 1,311 RBIs, and 230 stolen bases, and he played for 3 teams in his career: Montreal from 1989 to '94, Colorado Rockies from '95 to 2004, and the St. Louis Cocksuckers from 2004 to 2005. A 5-time All-Star and 7-time Gold Glove winner, he led the majors in the batting average in 1998, '99, and 2001. Evaluating his offensive performance gave some baseball writers difficulty because he spent 9.5 seasons hitting at home in the then era of numbers Coors Field. Walker batted .381 with a 1.172 OPS and 154 homers in 597 games at Coors Field, and .282 with 229 homers and an 873 RBI OPS in 1,391 games elsewhere, according to the LDS Sports Bureau. He received just 20% of the votes in his first ballot appearance in 2011 and dropped as low as 10% in 2014. He rose to 22% in 2017 before jumping to 34% in 2018. Larry Walker becomes the second Canadian-born player elected to the Hall of Fame after Fergie Jenkins was elected in '91. Being Canadian, you're born into this world with a stick in your hand and skates on your feet, meaning hockey-wise, because hockey's big out in Canada. So that's how I felt. That's how I was as a kid. You played hockey, and that's all that really mattered. When hockey didn't quite go the way I wanted, baseball more or less found me. Ballot holdovers could benefit next year, and when the most prominent players eligible for the first time are Torii Hunter next year and Mark Burley. The 2022 ballot will include David Ortiz and Alex Rodriguez, who served a season-long suspension in 2014 for violating the drug program and baseball's collective bargaining agreement. Slick fielding shortstop Omar Vizquel could be a riser after getting 52% his third year on the ballot. The 11-time Gold Glove winner with 2,877 hits has 7 more years to earn 75%. Other potential movers could include third baseman Scott Rowland, who only got 35% of the vote. Reliever pitcher Billy Wagner with 32%, and all-star slugger Gary Sheffield with 30%.